WrestleMania 41 was supposed to be the culmination of all those years of hard work. After all the ups and downs, all roads pointed to the one location I'd always dreamed of, the main event of WrestleMania. My victories over Drew and Seth had shown that I was still at the top of my game. After I eliminated both Roman and Rollins at the 2025 Royal Rumble, I soon found myself tossed over and thrown to the floor. And that allowed Rollins to release all his frustrations, taking Roman out with a stomp, attacking me, and punctuating the whole mess with another stomp on Roman. So when Heyman announced that the three of us would meet in the main event of the first night of WrestleMania 41, that's when I struck. I used my earned favor from Survivor Series to request Heyman be in my corner that night. This infuriated Roman Reigns, who would not listen to reason, insistent that Heyman had turned his back on his tribal chief. And in all the madness, Roman and I both lost sight. We never thought that night would end the way it did.
Oh, no!
Heyman betraying both of us.
Oh, my God! What the hell did we just witness?
I can't think of a better candidate for slingshot tech to address. It took my whole career to get to that main event. So let's go back to WrestleMania 41 and get me the win that I was well on my way to earning. Let's destroy the Architect's plans. Let's show the Oracle that he doesn't see all. And let's force Roman Reigns to acknowledge us.
Here comes Seth freaking Rollins, the visionary and the... Each of these three men believe they are the only one who can walk out of here victorious. Roman Reigns to prove his dominance, Seth Rollins to prove his superiority, and CM Punk to prove he's still the best in the world.
Punk has claimed that for him this is just business. Taking Reigns and Rollins out at WrestleMania will get them out of his way so he can accomplish the things he returned to WWE to do, to win titles.
But Reigns and Rollins are not your average roadblocks. They're two of the biggest names in WWE for a reason. And they're not about to let CM Punk just have his way.
I'm sure a betting man would tell you the odds are against CM Punk here, against two younger competitors who have been on top in WWE for the past decade. However, that's when Punk does his best work, when he's backed into a corner on the biggest stage possible.
Yeah, in a bad situation with the bright lights here at WrestleMania could just bring out the best in CM Punk. It always bothers me to be around Heyman, always leeching off other people's talents. In CM Punk's corner tonight, though, the question is, where does Paul's allegiance truly lie?
I'll be the first to say I don't trust a word that comes out of the mouth of Paul Heyman. But perhaps for the first time in his entire life, he showed some true loyalty to one of the men who brought him to the dance in WWE. A bond that goes right back, he and CM Punk.
He's looking for something. This could get dangerous.
Ye old faithful of violent artistry, the kendo stick.
The focus squarely on Rollins there as the triple threat rules will continue to be a factor. Slides under the ropes, back into the ring. Set him up, Russian leg sweep. And for Punk and Rollins, such a personal hatred between these two. Rollins has never forgotten the fact that Punk left the company, badmouthed the company for many years, while Rollins stayed here and played the soldier. And when Punk came back to all the fanfare, it pissed Rollins off. Seth has a lot of animosity to take out.
I actually spoke to Rollins earlier. He said the only time CM Punk has improved the culture in WWE is when he cleared off for 10 years.
Oh, heads up, chairs flying. Who knows what's coming next?
And that canceled out Reigns' offense.
Oh, clothesline!
Devastating knee directly to the face.
And he comes in under the ropes now. Big reversal by Rollins. And remember, the reason that Rollins and Reigns are here, at least when they first arrived on the scene, was because of CM Punk. Shield was built as a security force for CM Punk.
Come on, let's not make out like that is some accolade for CM Punk. They were brought in as security to protect CM Punk. It wasn't some selfless act, charging himself up and going in for the kill with that stomp.
Now Rollins needs to end this. He is looking to do some serious harm. Russian leg sweep.
Oh, man.
He wants to end this for the win.
Hard-hitting kick. Punk now locks in that double underhook. Hoisted up. Butterfly backbreaker. Wants to finish this.
From way up, double axe handle.
Rollins getting worked on. So
Punk peppering his opponent with attacks. Uranagi into...
And for some reason, he just broke his own submission hold. And now he gets back into the ring.
Time to go for a ride. Bang! What a move. Wow, what a club.
This is not about a championship. This is about pride and dignity and proving you're the best, perhaps of a generation.
it's about ego and animosity. It's about 12-year cover. This could be all over.
And he kicks out of the pin and one.
Somehow able to kick out before a 2 count. How is he still going like this?
Knees up. Knees were up. All the breath taken out of their body with that counter.
Opting for the kendo stick. He's not worried about getting too fancy here. Simple but effective technique.
That's going to keep Rollins down. Cashing in on that effort. 2, 3, no! 2 count. Rollins staying in this thing. Some could even say he's far too stubborn to have things end like that.
And after all that, Roman Reigns still has an end to this battle.
This has been a hurricane of to the sky.
Wow, cross body! Just putting their body in danger time and time again.
CM Punk completely dominant, and this will end things.
Good night, GTS.
Is it enough for Punk?
DDT plants them.
Reigns is getting dismantled here.
Punk is determined right now.
Reversal after reversal. These two have counters for days.
Quick exchange of counters there.
Lift it up. What's next? Roman's shoulders are down. Kicking out in time.
Now is not the time to wallow in disbelief. Pressure.
Nice movement from Punk, and the Uranagi connects, and now
And wait a second. Interesting turn of events here.
Yeah, he just released the hold, and I'm racking my brain wondering why.
Oh, no. Stun gun.
And Punk finding himself pinned.
Roman could put it away here. Shoulders up before 2.
his resiliency on another level. This match on another level. I am truly at a loss for words here.
What a right. And now Punk. Kick to the midsection of Reigns. Rollins trying to crawl back into this as well.
Rollins trying to prevent that GTS on Reigns, but he's about to eat one himself.
Oh, bang. Spear. Stop. Everybody down.
Oh, what a moment of chaos in this match. If any man here can get a cover, it could be victory, but wait up. Lurking is Paul Heyman with a steel chair.
And no shocker here. Handing the chair to his friend, CM Punk. And this, guys, this could be the ultimate betrayal of Roman Reigns.
Oh, Heyman went for a low blow, but caught by CM Punk.
What the hell is Heyman thinking?
And now Punk with a roundhouse kick to Reigns.
Well, Heyman tried to stab his man, CM Punk, in the back, but was denied. But now Rollins with a low blow of his own on Punk. What the hell is going on?
And now Heyman handing the chair to Rollins. What the hell? Oh, no!
The devil's work is afoot tonight.
Plan B all over again.
That pathetic Paul Heyman. He's a damn Judas. How many people is he going to betray?
You're missing the point, Cole. The visionary Seth freaking Rollins has once again pulled the ace out of his sleeve in Las Vegas. Going for the heel now and cranking that joint.
So much torque on the knee and ankle.
Seth Rollins just sitting back and degrading his opponent. He clearly has dangerous intentions in mind here, gentlemen.
And he's taking this to the outside now.
Rollins making perfectly clear who the visionary is in this match.
And he is daring his opponent to face him with the steel chair.
And he clearly believes he has all the power now, wielding that weapon.
He's heading back to the ring. Look out!
Stomp connects! Will that close Punk out?
What? You gotta be kidding me.
Simply unreal, potentially inhuman. Kicking out at one. How on earth?
Seth Rollins in deep thought, hoping to conjure up one last move to win this.
Gets driven into the corner.
Oh my goodness. There's the jumping knee drop.
So precise.
Spinning kick to the gut.
CM Punk hoists his opponent.
Boom! GTS. It's all Punks for the taking.
2. Punk has beat the odds. Has defeated both Reigns and Rollins.
Here is your winner, Punk!
A moment of pure vindication here for CM Punk.
This was a lifetime in the making, and it couldn't have been any harder earned. Punk had to get through Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins to finally taste a main event victory here at WrestleMania.
But now he's done it. The Second City Saint is victorious at the Showcase of the Immortals.
Now that's more like it. Standing triumphant at WrestleMania 41 thanks to you. Something I really like about this slingshot technology is I'm not restricted to only my matches. I have the power to jump into the boots of other superstars and change the course of their career too. And I can think of no better choice than the main event of 1997 Survivor Series. That's right, the infamous night that saw Bret Hart defend his championship against Shawn Michaels. They had so many epic battles, but after a particularly painful loss to Michaels at WrestleMania 12, Bret would take a sabbatical from WWE, eventually returning late in 1996. By the spring of 1997, things were much different than WWE. Bret and his family had reformed a bigger and better Hart Foundation, while Shawn and his friends created DX.
Are you ready?
The two groups despised each other. And after months of chaos, it all led to Survivor Series. And it was on that night that Shawn would steal the championship and send Bret Hart packing to WCW in an event known as the Montreal Screwjob. It's no secret that I'm a Bret Hart fan, and I consider him one of the greatest of all time. So let's hop into Bret's boots and take on Shawn Michaels in his prime, something I never got to do. The plan is simple. Avoid the sharpshooter, and we'll be okay. But if Shawn can apply the hold, we know exactly what is going to happen. Slingshot Tech, take us to the 1997 Survivor Series in Montreal.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Championship.
Possibly the two biggest egos in all of wrestling history are about to collide here tonight.
From San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 227 pounds, the WWE European Champion, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
How many times have we heard Shawn Michaels say, "I won't lay down for anybody"? And how many times have we heard Bret say, he's the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be? It is put up or shut up time for both men.
Well, Shawn Michaels certainly not endearing himself to the fans here in Canada.
Well, HBK is arrogant, but he is the greatest athlete in the history of World Wrestling Entertainment, bar none.
I'd like to see you tell Bret Hart that. You can feel the electricity.
His opponent from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 234 pounds, he is the WWE Champion, Bret Hitman Hart.
And what an ovation for the 21-year veteran who debuted at the age of 19 in 1976 in Calgary.
Shawn Michaels would not allow D-Generation X to accompany him to the ring tonight, and likewise, Bret Hart would not allow the Hart Foundation to accompany him either.
You know, this is not about the money. This might not even be about the title.
These two men truly believe in their hearts that they are the better man.
Oh, come on, guys. Let's not kid ourselves. This is all about power. You know it, and I know it.
The WWE Championship, one of the most highly contested titles in the world of professional wrestling. Will Bret Hart remain champion? Will Shawn Michaels carry the gold once again?
This has been one of the most heated rivalries we've ever seen. Bret and Shawn are just so diametrically opposite. I don't think there's any way they could ever coexist peacefully.
It's really a matter of pride versus arrogance, and each of them are guilty of both. You can literally feel how much tension there is in the air here in Montreal.
It's been rumored that if he loses here tonight, this might be Bret's last match in the WWE. That just adds to how much is on the line here. Elbow drop!
And we all know how good these two men are in the ring. You can argue two of the best to ever do it. But tonight, I don't think either man cares about showing off technical skill. These two just want to fight.
When it's gotten to this level, when it has become so personal, there is nothing else to expect. All that is left is a down and dirty fight between two guys that hate each other's guts. He's got the target acquired, just a matter of time.
Look out!
Oh no, went big and pays for it.
The risk clearly was not worth the reward as they just came up empty-handed there.
Driven into the barricade.
The leg absorbing the worst of that.
And Michaels, of course, has done nothing to endear himself to this Montreal crowd. In fact, Michaels and his D-Generation X posse have been nothing but juvenile to everyone they've encountered.
Well, delinquency is in the eye of the beholder, Michael Cole. You might not like the kids are getting detention mimicking DX, but you can't deny they've struck a nerve through every arena we visit. Whipped over in a snap suplex.
I can't think of two men who are more equally matched than Shawn and Bret. This has been an absolutely incredible year for both of them, possibly the pinnacle of both of their careers.
It'll be interesting to see what the deciding factor in this match is. Right now, you have to think this is all about surviving here at Survivor Series. Oof! Denying the attack from Michaels. Every shot these two throw at each other tonight is being delivered with such venom, such disdain.
Oh, that's to be expected the way these two have been exchanging verbal jabs at each other for a long time now.
I can only put it this way. The words Bret and Shawn use for each other are not suitable for children to hear.
To be honest, they're not suitable at a bar either, Wade.
Oh, no, not at all. You'll have quite the ruckus at the pub using the names Bret and Shawn have called each other. Oh, the DDT delivered.
Side Russian leg sweep.
This is how Bret wanted it. A public assault of Michaels in front of the Canadian people.
Bret hoping to goad his opponent into a costly mistake.
And this one could be moving to ringside. Taking things back into the ring. And if Bret Hart isolates the leg and feels the advantage in the legs, Wade,
This is turning into a brawl.
Hart wasting no motion on the counter.
Neither competitor shows any signs of letting up or slowing down here.
Exhaustion setting in, and neither one of them is letting up. Oh! What impressive determination from both competitors. Keeping at each other no matter what. The willpower, the sheer guts of these two.
Just emptying everything they've got now. Dropkick finds its mark. Oof, causing some serious wear and tear to the leg.
Elbow lands hard.
This personal rivalry goes so far back. You can see the seeds of it when they were both tag team competitors, part of the Hart Foundation and the Rockers. Each man becoming breakout stars and leaders of a new generation in WWE. Up until that point, it was professional. But recent years and the weight of carrying the industry have changed these men.
The turning point was WrestleMania, Cole, when Bret was screwed out of the title in that Iron Man match. If the score is tied at the buzzer, it is a draw, and the title should have remained with Bret.
Well, it certainly felt like we were all learning the rules as it happened.
Figure 4. Leg lock. He's struggling to fight out of this.
Needs to find a way out, reversing the pressure. That'll break the hold.
1, 2.
And something Bret has to know is all the attributes Shawn possesses, Michaels might have more cardiovascular conditioning here. Michaels is insanely resilient. Remember what Michaels did, Corey, in St. Louis just a month ago against The Undertaker in Hell in a Cell. He used every attribute to survive that encounter.
I've never seen a match more unholy than that Hell in a Cell match. HBK might not be surrounded by steel tonight, but I think the test in front of him is even greater. Michaels is going to need everything in him to survive at the Survivor Series. The Hitman with a vicious kick to the body, and now Hart looking to ratchet up the intensity even higher, has both legs trapped, wrapped around the ring post. Figure 4 is cinched in.
Absolute torture.
Bret's bent on destroying HBK with moves like that. Launching through the air. It connects.
A true sight. Airborne. However much you think that hurt, I promise you it was way worse.
Flying ringside with pinpoint accuracy. Russian leg sweep. And to speak on the elephant in the room, yes, there's been a lot of speculation that if Bret Hart loses this match, this will be his last match in WWE.
Yeah, I tried to get a word from the Hitman earlier today about the rumors, but I was quickly escorted away by his Hart Foundation brethren.
It's a rumor cloud that hangs above the collective minds of this capacity crowd. Such an anxious feeling inside this arena.
There goes Hart back to the ring.
From above!
And he exits the ring.
Better watch the count.
and heading up top.
Stalking from above.
Taking flight.
Diving hammer strike. Excellent execution from Hitman.
Hitman proving he's done his homework on HBK right here.
From above.
And Brett on the top rope and the referee knocked down, guys.
Well, tucked down Shawn Michaels, but accidentally tucked down the ref in the process. And at this point, all bets are off.
Michaels to the eyes of the Hitman. Shawn taking advantage of the referee's state at the moment. But what is HBK thinking now? Oh,
And now looking for a sharpshooter. Bret Hart's own move. Shawn Michaels trying to turn him on his belly.
And the referee dropped once again as Bret kicked Michaels away.
And another ref's in.
What is going on here?
I guess we're not going to get a screw job tonight, Wade.
Clothesline. Placed him in the corner here. Up to the... Oh, yeah, that's got it. Slam. Michaels putting it all on the line.
From the top.
HBK from the top. No one does it better.
HBK has to be...
The excellence of execution, looking to cinch it in. Can he turn his opponent over? Yes.
Sharpshooter. Submission hold locked in. And Bret retains the title.
Here is your winner and still WWE Champion, Bret Hitman Hart.
You can feel the uncertainty in the air already.
Yeah, who knows what Bret is going to do now?
A lot of questions still unanswered here.
Feels good to execute some long overdue showcase justice. Now, I'd like to switch gears, indulge myself a little, and use this technology to go up against 3 WWE legends that I've dreamed of competing against in a WWE ring. First up is a trip to the land of the extreme, ECW. When I first made it to WWE, I started on their ECW brand, but I always wondered how I do in the original ECW. Who would I face, you ask? Who is CM Punk's dream ECW opponent? Well, you know me, I aim high. And if I went to ECW and didn't call out the king of the deathmatch, the hardcore icon, if I didn't call out Cactus Jack to show me what extreme truly means, then what am I even doing here? The most violent of Mick Foley's alter egos, Cactus Jack tormented foes in the United States, Puerto Rico, Japan, basically anywhere that had glass, barbed wire, and fire was a place he wanted to compete. But I'd want my match to be at Hardcore Heaven 1994, a show made famous when the fans threw so many chairs into the ring it covered both Cactus and Terry Funk as well.
Please do not throw chairs into the ring! Stop the chairs!
Cactus Jack was a master of the Falls Count Anywhere match. It allowed him to be at his very best, and that is exactly what I want here. Whether you take me into battle or side with Cactus, you need to know that you're going to be in for a fight. But proving yourself against CM Punk is just as valuable as proving yourself as CM Punk, so you win either way. And I get to live out my dream no matter what.
CM Punk is here, and he is ready to return to the Extreme.
Falls count anywhere in the ECW arena against Cactus Jack. I have a feeling that Extreme will only be scratching the surface during this match.
From Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk!
Taking nothing away from Punk, an ECW World Champion in his own right. Is he truly ready for tonight? Because the ECW that CM Punk was a part of and the ECW that Cactus Jack was a part of are two completely different breeds.
Very true, but Punk has always embodied the heart and soul of ECW, no matter what era. And we know he's got a big enough chip on his shoulder to want to prove that at any cost tonight.
What we should really worry about is what Cactus Jack plans to do to Punk's heart and soul tonight. Because if Cactus has his way, it won't be pretty. And it won't be for the faint of heart.
CM Punk ready to go to battle. Ready to stand toe-to-toe with ECW's infamous Cactus Jack.
A disturbed, violent man with his sights set on CM Punk.
From Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, weighing in at 287 pounds, Cactus Jack!
Whether it's in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, Tokyo, Japan, or Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Cactus Jack is revered as the most sacred of all hardcore icons around the world. And with the Falls Count Anywhere stipulation tonight, he might just drag CM Punk all the way around the globe during this match. Two men who have no problem making a show of force to get their message across.
And there is no better stipulation in no better venue to make such a show of force than a Falls Count Anywhere match in the ECW arena.
Folks, I can already warn you, this match will not be for the faint of heart. The war of words between these two men, CM Punk and Cactus Jack, has come and gone, and now it's time for a war of wills, a war of weapons, a war of whatever sadistic machinations have been running through these men's minds.
It does not get more hardcore than the ECW arena, especially when it's Falls Count Anywhere. CM Punk and Cactus Jack, two men who remain stalwart and resolute in their convictions through blood, sweat, and tears.
Smart money's on a whole lot of all three of those things in this match, gentlemen. Cactus will make sure of it.
Evades the attack, and not a moment too soon. Oh, stomping down hard.
Cactus Jack can really brawl with the best of them, especially the more physical the match gets. In fact, that increased physicality only seems to fuel him even more in a fight.
Yeah, that's the sadistic nature of Cactus Jack in full effect. Cactus knows how to tap into something dangerous, something unpredictable, something that most superstars wouldn't even dare to go anywhere near. But as we all know, CM Punk is just built different. And when Punk has to, he can tap into something dangerous himself.
A Falls Count Anywhere match certainly lends itself to extreme activity. There are no rules that govern how you score said pinfall or submission. We both know Punk and Jack are certainly able to get extreme.
Both men have strong ties to the birthplace of extreme, ECW. CM Punk began his career in WWE as part of the ECW brand, with multiple ECW title reigns to his name. Cactus Jack put the company on the map during its infancy and became a multi-time tag team champion during ECW's heyday.
It's once again an ECW original versus some new blood. Let's see which side prevails this time. And just got caught with that DDT.
Holding nothing back on top of this entrance ramp.
Oh no, I can't imagine what's going to happen next.
I can't wait to find out. Some intimidation tactics from CM Punk.
Well, that's not very sportsmanlike of him, is it?
Oh no, hitting the bullseye with that chair.
Using the chair with no caution at all.
Oh! Quick evasion from him there. So much tension applied to the leg.
Oh, this is just too far. Get some control in there.
A malicious attack across the throat. What happens next is anyone's guess.
I can't wait to see.
Doing battle on the stage. Danger lingering everywhere.
He quickly slides into the ring.
Now heading outside.
DDT! He's reaching under the ring for anything useful.
From the top.
Oh, he paid for that. High risk.
Oh, man, look at Cactus Jack. No, pin attempt here.
He kicks out instantly.
Still fighting the good fight here. Oh, lands the kick.
Batten down the hatches. These two are loaded.
Just teeing off with that fight forever vibe. Nothing pretty here, just good old-fashioned fisticuffs.
Giving up now is not an option. They have to finish this.
Oh,
Toe-to-toe, treating each other like heavy bags.
barely anything left, but still slugging away. All this heavy artillery is really adding up.
That's just a beatdown. Carried in a jeopardizing position here.
Oh, to the outside.
This one is headed to the outside, not by choice. Taking flight. Good Lord, taking flight.
Like a heat-seeking missile right on target.
And just as
Whoa! Whoa, look out.
Throwing all caution to the wind.
and boy, did it pay off.
Sit straight into the barricade.
Effective counter.
Both CM Punk and Cactus Jack are well known for their smartly dipping out of harm's way. Went straight into the ring post.
Cactus Jack looking for the double arm DDT.
Has Cactus Jack delivered the exclamation?
Kick to the abdomen.
Hitting all those vital organs. There's the skull absorbing further impact.
Absorbing the pain of another attack to the head. He could be dazed.
He's got to be rocked after taking yet another blow to the head.
Uh-oh, mandible claw! Mandible claw!
Cactus Jack just executed a picture-perfect play from his violent playbook. And now Punk's days just might be numbered.
And he tosses it back in now.
Cactus Jack looking for the double arm DDT. Punk's got a problem here.
And quickly into the cover.
Might be in trouble.
What a kick out. I don't believe it.
You cannot kill CM Punk. Somehow, some way, Punk will always.
Cactus Jack looking for the double arm DDT. Busting out the heavy artillery once again. Beautiful. Right into the cover.
2 count.
Cactus Jack once again thriving in the land of extreme.
Here is your winner, Cactus Jack!
Cactus Jack standing tall in the ECW arena. He and CM Punk just went to war.
One can only imagine how satisfied Cactus Jack must be with both the violence he just inflicted on Punk and the violence that Punk just inflicted on him. I imagine that for Cactus Jack, this win is just the icing on a particularly violent cake.
Oh man, that was wild. The results don't even matter when you're in the ring facing legends in matches you never thought possible. A win, a loss, come on. It's about the moment here, and what a moment that was. Now that I got my ECW experience taken care of, I have my sights set on a man that many consider my dream opponent. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Despite our glaring differences, there's a lot of similarities between us. Give us a microphone and watch us captivate the audience.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
We do not back down from anybody, always ready to fight. Talking trash on an Attitude Era Raw against a prime Rattlesnake simply wasn't in the cards for my career, but at least with slingshot technology, I can make this match happen. All the respect in the world to Steve and every single achievement in his career, but trust that I'm going to bring the fight to him in a no-holds-barred match the second the bell rings. Austin wants to brawl all over the place? He wants weapons? Sounds good to me. Hell, I'm all for it after that fight with Cactus Jack. I've even got a special place in mind. A special arena in Chicago where we can have this all take place. Are you gonna back me up and try to take down Stone Cold? Or do you think Steve Austin has my number? No matter what you choose, I'm gonna do my best to take the head off the snake.
Son, you're looking at the best there is.
The best in the world, CM Punk.
Ready to try his hand at clobbering a rattlesnake.
Has been in many epic battles, fought some of the all-time greats, but he's never faced a challenge like the Texas Rattlesnake.
But that's exactly what Punk came here for. He's not looking for a night off. Punk wants to test himself against a man who he thinks is one of the best to ever put on a pair of boots. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, but we'll see how Punk feels when those boots are stomping a mud hole in his chest.
Ready for this. I might even go so far as to say excited.
Well, it's not every day you get to tangle with a legend. Punk's dreamed of this chance to stare down Steve Austin. The Texas Rattlesnake is here, looking to hunt down CM Punk.
Victoria, Texas, weighing in at 252 pounds, Stone Cold Steve Austin!
Steve Austin looks ready for a fight.
And he looks even more ready to teach CM Punk a lesson.
CM Punk wanted this. He wanted his shot against Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Well, you get what you ask for, Punk. A tall, cold can of whoop ass is about to be opened up in that ring. Stone Cold Steve Austin and CM Punk are two of the most defiant, anti-authority, rebellious, irritable men we've ever had the pleasure of watching in the ring. But tonight, we find out who is the toughest SOB of them all.
Yeah, a lot of common ground between these two. Surely a lot of mutual respect and admiration, but Austin and Punk couldn't help but ask themselves, who's the better man? Bell to bell.
And now we get the privilege of watching them work out the answer here in the ring in what promises to be a chaotic, no-holds-barred match.
What's something Punk has to really take into consideration facing off against old Stone Cold?
Punk has to realize that he can't count as much on his toughness here tonight as usual. Punk's a resilient guy, but Austin's offense can stop anyone dead in their tracks and have them begging for mercy. Punk might want to stay elusive and give Stone Cold the runaround.
Barrage of fierce offense.
Differing in-ring styles from these two men. Punk is methodical with his strikes and submissions, while Austin prefers to brawl as soon as the bell rings. That seemingly favors the rattlesnake, doesn't it?
Look, nobody's going to bet against Austin in a no-holds-barred match. You think a man with an extensive MMA background like Punk doesn't know a few illegal moves that are normally grounds for disqualification? Well, tonight he's got them in his back pocket to snare an unsuspecting rattlesnake.
Austin applying the pressure.
Punk has no answer for Austin's pure aggression right here.
Delivers the knee. Ooh, he fends that off. Punk finding a way to slow his opponent's assault down.
But Punk has to push now while the window's open.
There's press. Hammering away.
Stone Cold showing Punk just how mean he...
Kick, wham!
Stunner from Stone Cold.
That could be Punk's demise.
And he gets delivered back into the ring. Something we've discussed before is that Punk represents the best of the modern era, and Austin the best of the Attitude Era. Both men have proven they can hang with the others' contemporaries.
You're right about that, Cole. Who can forget when Austin came out of retirement and defeated Kevin Owens in a main event battle at WrestleMania 38, which was also a no-holds-barred match, I might add.
That was definitely impressive, guys, but look at the list of competitors that Punk has stood toe-to-toe with in the ring. Kane, Triple H, The Rock, and The Undertaker. Some of them he beat, some of them he didn't, but what's undeniable is that Punk is not fazed whatsoever by the legend that accompanies the biggest names of the Attitude Era.
Oh, the chair projected right to their face. Things now not going well for CM Punk.
Austin is just stomping Punk down without any hesitation.
Taking out the arm, great strategy. When asked about facing CM Punk, Austin claimed that he would push and try to get the best out of Punk, to give Punk an even bigger mean streak than ever.
I'm not so sure that's humanly possible given the depths we've seen Punk sink to in order to secure a win, but...
Kick, wham!
Stone Cold Stunner!
Austin got all of it.
And he found an opening to fire back.
Punk could be turning his fortunes around. Putting him in the corner for something here. Oh, just launched in the air and into a free-fall clothesline. pulling a pin out of nowhere. Tightly hooked small package.
There's a shoulder up almost immediately.
What stamina. It's truly impressive to completely beat the count here.
Hard-hitting calf kick finds its mark.
When asked about the locker room of Punk's prime, Steve Austin was a bit dismissive, saying he'd only need 1 or 2 moves to beat him. As to the top talent like Punk and John Cena, it would take, quote, 3 or 4.
Well, I'm sure Austin meant to include me in the latter group, but all that aside, the Rattlesnake is veering into overconfidence with a comment like that. Could a legend like Austin beat most competitors handily? Yes. But to think he's also an echelon above first ballot Hall of Famers like Punk and Cena is a surefire way to be caught by surprise and suffer an embarrassing loss.
Counter by CM Punk.
Punk looking to impose his will. Arms hooked up but lifted. Skyward again.
Alabama slam. Wow. Watching like a predator with wounded prey. He's as good as done here.
Kick, wow, stunner! Again? There is no way anyone can carry on after that. Austin going big! Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Stunner! I expected this match. Austin, and able to evade the offense.
Leaning on the turnbuckle here. Rushing into the corner. Step up knee.
Able to push off and avoid that attack.
Austin going big! Stop! Is it enough to overcome her?
No, he beats the count.
There is that legendary fighting spirit of Punk on full display.
Austin has put away so many opponents like this before, but tonight is going to be a tougher battle for the Rattlesnake. Oh, and a chair shot delivered.
These two Hellraisers are blowing the roof off this place.
And the WWE Universe
hit on CM Punk.
Stone Cold comes out on top. CM Punk has been defeated.
Here is your winner, Stone Cold Steve Austin!
Stone Cold Steve Austin, still the toughest, meanest SOB around. Even CM Punk couldn't get the better of him.
Just goes to show what a singular talent Austin is. CM Punk might be the best in the world. He might be tough as nails, but the Texas Rattlesnake is just a different kind of animal.
You got that right.
I have one last personal dream match that I'd like to make happen. And since I'm the one controlling the fancy fantasy time travel computer today, it's exactly what we're gonna do. He dominated the cruiserweight scene in WCW, then joined WWE, where he captured European, Intercontinental, and Tag Team Championships in short order. Eddie Guerrero was pure magic in the ring. And while I was still on the indie circuit, I watched Eddie return to WWE using his Latino heat to do the unthinkable. Capture the WWE Championship.
Eddie to the top rope! Frog splash! Frog splash!
Lying, cheating, and stealing his way to the top was the only way Eddie knew how to get things done, and the fans loved him for it. I always hoped that when the day came that I signed with WWE, I'd have the opportunity to perform with Eddie once again. But for now, we'll let Slingshot Tech make the impossible possible. Just like my matches against Cactus Jack and Stone Cold, who you choose is on you. No matter who you choose and no matter what happens in the ring, we're still cool. And Eddie Guerrero will forever be loved and missed. Viva la raza, my friend.
Ladies and gentlemen, Latino Heat!
From El Paso, Texas, weighing in at 228 pounds, Eddie Guerrero!
Just look at that smirk on Eddie's face. He's eating this up, not being intimidated by all the noise, not being intimidated by Punk.
Eddie can match Punk with his technical ability, he can match him with his mental game, and he can match him on pure fighting spirit. And once upon a time, when they met in the ring before WWE, Eddie had the experience. You have to wonder if Eddie can exploit that and make Punk once again feel like a rookie.
You have to think that Eddie would love nothing more than to take the win from Punk here in front of his home crowd.
Yeah, Cole, but whenever CM Punk is in Chicago, he fights like a man absolutely possessed.
CM Punk squaring off against Eddie Guerrero. And just listen to this crowd here in Chicago.
They are feeling the heat indeed. The ring psychology we're about to witness from these two is something that will be studied for years.
Two men who met decades ago before either one reached their heights, but now Punk and Eddie are so evenly matched. This already might be a match of the year candidate.
CM Punk and Eddie Guerrero had a few matches with one another in 2002, which was less than 5 years removed from Punk's.
Here we go, time to work out some aggression.
And this match is swiftly turning into a lockdown, drag-out affair. This is more like a barroom brawl between these two. Fatigue more than setting in, but these superstars are refusing to let up. And this crowd is loving every second of it. From above!
Lift off!
Unbelievable athleticism. Acrobatics like that take a tremendous amount of cardio and strength.
Look out!
Big Hurricane Rana right on target.
Taking a chance one more time and landing with incredible impact.
Oh, a boot to the back.
Outside of WWE, Punk and Eddie have had a handful of matches. But when it comes to singles bouts, the record between these from the top. Diving double axe handle. A non-stop assault from Guerrero here.
Right now, it's looking like Punk is struggling to compete with Eddie's in-ring IQ.
Incoming!
Oh, took it high risk, but was off the mark.
CM Punk looking to show off it, hoisted up, but too heavy, and now counted out, but counted now into a clothesline.
He's going up.
Stalking from above.
Look out. Missile drop kick. I don't know if Punk can withstand much more of this.
Right now, it looks like CM Punk is wilting to the intensity of Latino heat. Oh, the sheer force of that Irish whip.
And it's the ref who takes a hit there.
Things might be getting a little out of control.
German suplex.
Prying their opponent's arm out.
Double stop right to the arm. As we've seen so often, it's hard to find answers against Eddie. And Punk now knows that too.
Able to slip out of that situation. Struck with a calf kick.
This could do it for the win.
We have a cover, but the ref is in no state to start the count.
And he goes crashing to the outside.
From the top.
And completely missed the mark.
To take that risk and completely whiff like that. Significantly from the top.